think at the highest point with Singletary was 8-8. They never could achieve anything. But as soon as he steps in that door, what does he? He takes him to an NFC Championship. Then the following year, takes it to a Super Bowl. The next year, NFC Championship, and then he has an 8-8 year. I mean, the guy wins.
Well, they turned the lights off on Baltimore. They turned the lights off first, and then they almost won.
Yeah.
They had to sneak them. Longest Super Bowl ever because you turned the damn lights off. They thought Hurricane was coming back through. They were like, not again!
Not remind them people of that.
Why? They were reminding me on TV for like, it's been 10 years.
Oh, man.
They act like New Orleans was the only place that got hit.
Oh, hey. Yeah. Well.
No, never mind. That's for another time.
All right, Kevin, go ahead and discuss Mr. Harbaugh going.
Well, I as we said earlier, I like both of the Harbaughs, and I think he's good for Michigan. He's another guy that will speak his mind and will say what's on his mind. And you need more guys like that in college football. You don't need more yes men. You need more guys that will speak their mind and will take a different philosophy and will take their style and rub it off on their players and their team. And really, young college kids need this type of guy. They need this type of presence as they go through college. A lot of these guys don't get this hard style and these hard-nosed coaches, and these guys that get these softer coaches, they end up going to the NFL, and you see a lot of them either struggle when they get to the NFL or think they should be coddled when they get to the NFL, much like they were coddled in college. Yeah, a lot of guys. I can name a bunch of them that were coddled in college, and then when they come to the pros, they think they should still be coddled. And then the real world punches them in the face, and then they need to go and start drinking, and they need to start doing Justin Blackman. They think it's cool to go do all this stuff. Ray McDonald. And they think it's cool because they wasn't coddled or going, Aaron Hernandez. It's because these guys won. Call Percy Harvin. Sorry. It's just because you were coddled in college. So you thought you should be coddled, and you thought you should be privileged enough to when you got to the NFL that this was going to be how it was in the NFL
right.
too. And it's not like that. The NFL is a job. The NFL is a job. Just like other people say, what job interview do you know where you're going to smoke a doobie right before you go to a job interview, knowing you're going to get tested when you go to this job interview? That's what these stupid kids that go to the combine high and have done drugs, they go to the combine, they get tested, and they get pegged. And then they go, well, I didn't know. It was thick and handsome. Stop fucking lying, first off. You did it because you were coddled in college and you thought I'm going to be able to get away with it. The guy y'all drafted.
Same way.
Exactly. Same damn way. It's the same. You need a hard-nosed coach, and that's what he brings. He brings hard-nosed. You won't hear nobody from Michigan when they come to the pros and everything. You won't hear them doing stupid crap. Why? Because he's a hard-nosed coach. Mm-hmm. Will Muschamp was a hard-nosed coach on his players. Even though some of his players still did retardedly stupid things, he was a hard-nosed coach. But a lot of those guys that did retardedly stupid things were Urban Meyer guys while they were there. So he was still a hard-nosed coach. That's one thing I'll give him. Couldn't coach a lick. Good defensive coach. Couldn't head coach. Didn't need to be there. But he still was a hard-nosed guy. And you've seen him clean up stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what college football needs more of. Okay. I'm tired of seeing... You can't be a prima donna when you're not getting paid for it. Stop trying to be a prima donna just because you're going to school for free. And chicks are all over you. Jameis Winston! Stop acting like you're better than everybody else.
Right.
Talk about a kid who got coddled.
That's a kid. What are you kidding me?
That's a kid that got coddled in college. Jimbo Fisher coddles more people in college football than I've ever seen in any other college. He coddles them boys like nothing. Jameis, go take your jersey off, please. Well, Coach, I wanted to wear my stuff on and come out here and throw. I know, but go back in and put your stuff back on, please. I'm going to put you on the bench. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that to you. Get out of here. And if y'all, sorry for you FSU people that may be listening, it's the truth. And don't worry, in a couple of years, all you FSU people that will be listening, you'll go and break your Gator shout out again because FSU sucks and Florida will be back up.
Hey, and also, real quick about Harbaugh, he's probably, he's kind of like Meyer in a sense. Great talent evaluator, very good talent evaluator. But the cat can motivate just about anything with two legs and probably turn them into something great. And that's really rare that most coaches can't get that out of kids. Even either you're talented and you come there, you work, and they can won't work their ass off, and they come out there and just rely on pure talent. But Harbaugh can take a kid who is less talented and have him playing twice as hard as a guy that was highly touted in them because they're going to put in the work and they're going to bust his ass for Jim Harbaugh.
Right.
And that guy is, just when you listen, when I've had a chance to listen to him talk recently, and it's like, man, I want to get up and run through a wall for this guy. It's insane. So he brings a lot to the table for coach.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. He's going to lift. He'll lift people up, and he will be that guy that he'll add that another dimension because he's not going to coddle you like it should be done. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, and I'm going to go back to Jameis for a second. But when he was talking with Jameis Winston about stuff, and he looked at Jameis Winston and he goes, and Jameis was trying to explain to him, and his face, he made that face aim like, what the fuck are you doing? He made the face to Jameis Winston like, are you retarded? He made it like if somebody was telling you what he was doing and was trying to explain it the way Jameis looked, you would have this look too. It was the look of, are you just stupid? And he just looked at him and he goes,
I remember seeing that.
And he goes, so you did this, and then you did this, and you thought it was a hookup? So you thought you could just walk out of the store with it? He goes, that ain't smart. And I'm just laughing the whole entire time.
That's when he leaned back in his chair and comment that little scroll.
Harbaugh was like, yeah, you might want to just leave that shit out.
He goes, when you're talking to people, just leave that out. And Jeb Fish is sitting next to him going, you're an idiot. He goes, Jeb Fish is sitting there thinking, man, you're just as stupid as my play calling was last year in Jacksonville.
Oh, man.
But I'm like, you idiot.
Steve, what's your expectation for him this year? And in your opinion, how fast can he turn this program around?
There's no secret about Michigan. If you follow Michigan at all, they got talent. The one thing Hoke could do, besides not coach, he could bring in talent. He brought in a bunch of top 10 classes. He brought in 3 top 10 classes in 3 years, and in his 4th year, he had a top 20. And if he can if Harbaugh can come in there with the talent that he has, Desmond Howard gave him 6 or 7 wins, but that's low balling in it. I think anywhere from 8 to 10 is very realistic. I believe if they can get past Utah right out the gates, which I have them beating them, if they can get past Utah right out the gates, I have them being undefeated when they go to Michigan State, or Michigan State comes to town.
Okay.
And that's that right there. They're already bowl eligible. They've already exceeded Desmond Howard's picks of 6, 7. It's about 6 wins. All they got to do is beat a Rutgers team that's not going to be very good. Maryland, who's not going to be as good. They beat Penn State last year. I expect them to beat Penn State again this year. So 8 to 10 wins is very realistic with the talent that's on there. Their defense is going to be very, very good. I expect them to have. They had a top 10 last year. They were number 7 in the league. I expect them to have a top 5. The depth in the defense is going to be pretty scary. So I expect anywhere 8 to 10 wins.
All right, Ken, what do you think about his expectation for him this year?
Right about the same.
You're
right about the same. I expect them to surprise a lot of people and jump on it just based. I give them more wins just based on Harbaugh alone. Harbaugh, I just add wins just because he's there, because I know what he can do. And so Shit, he lifted Colin Kaepernick up, for God's sake. We've seen what's going on with Colin Kaepernick now. He fucking sucks.
Hey, he took Alex Smith, and Alex Smith in the league was very bad until Harbaugh got there. Now, let's not care. So Alex Smith was on his way out, Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
for God's sakes, since he left the 49ers, everyone else has left the 49ers.
Oh, it's a dumpster fire out there.
Jesus, everyone has left the 49ers since he's left.
Yeah.
So if that tells you anything, yeah. But, yeah, I expect him. I had just a few wins, but just for him alone coming in and being the coach.
Yeah, I look at their schedule, and I'm seeing that they can probably get about 8 wins as well. And I'm just probably lowballing it as well, just because I don't know Michigan as well as I should. But just know what Jim Harbaugh's resume is presenting to this squad and what he brings to the table. I can see them making a run here now.
The 2 sneaky games, I will say, is Oregon State.
That's why
Oregon State. Oregon State's always that dang team that'll beat somebody they're not supposed to beat. And then,
happen.
But they're one of those teams though that you always go, yeah.
Oregon State got a new head coach too. They got Wisconsin's old head coach Anderson.
Yeah,
now he's over there, so they're going through a transition too. And I wasn't too sold on Anderson even when he was at Wisconsin. He inherited a very good team from Belmont. Yeah. So I'm not really too sold on that.
Yeah, and then you got and BYU always gives me fits.
Extremely sneaky.
BYU always is sneaky as shit, and they always beat somebody they're not supposed to. But after that, you see the regular teams that they play that they'll have the hard
Northwestern,
time. Like Indiana. Northwestern, one of those teams that for some reason always beats one team they're not supposed to beat, and they try to yank down goalposts and whatever. And then you got Michigan State, of course.
Yeah.
You got them, and then
it's gonna be tough. Michigan State's gonna be tough.
And then of course those numbnuts.
No, they get it. Nuts.
I still nuts, but I call them numbnut.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's take a break, man.
Hopefully they get Bruce Jenner this year.
Oh my God. I'm not touching that one.
Don't, you nasty perv.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ball Court Podcast. We'll be back. We're gonna take a brief intermission. Stay tuned.